I'm gonna apologize now in advance because yeah, my voice is toast. Shania Twain took every ounce of my voice that I had.
Okay. All
So
right, Shania.
congratulations to Shania Twain for just me into a woman here. And this podcast may be a little rough for me, but I'm gonna push my way through.
I we will do our
And
best.
if you want to blame someone, you blame Shania Twain, but never blame Shania Twain. She was phenomenal.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Flight Deck podcast. Obviously we took a little extra few extra days because I wasn't around. So
Yes.
here we are, back at it again, and I want to start. First of all, we got to mention Vince Scully passed away.
Yes. The legendary voice of
Yeah.
the Dodgers.
Obviously, it doesn't hit me the same way it would a lot of older fans that watched the Dodgers growing up. Because I mean, obviously, Vince Scully's a legend. I
Yes.
don't
Regardless.
know that. And it's just a name that's synonymous with baseball broadcasting, and it sucks, man. He was a legend. You never want to lose a guy like that, and unfortunately, it was his time, and
Yeah.
it hurts a little bit. But
It
what they did
hurts.
is super cool. I really like the hats and the shirts that they were. I don't know if they're giving away or selling them,
Yeah.
but it
With
looks
the
super
the
cool.
microphone.
Yeah, they did a
The
really good
microphone was
job
cool.
of just kind
And
of
then
honoring his
yeah.
presence. I do want to not get to the Jays yet because there's something I need to ask you because this is very relevant to the two of us because you and I live
Okay.
for walk-up music. Live for it.
Okay.
We've
Oh
had
no.
these conversations many times.
All
I
right.
want to know, does Edwin Diaz have the coolest walkout in baseball history?
Oh my. He does actually.
He
Like
might,
there's
right?
in the pantheon,
Mm-hmm.
there's Mariano Rivera with Enter Sandman.
Which is it's intimidating. It's not that cool.
It's
It's
just
just
because
intimidating. I was
it's such a
scared.
Enter Sandman is an amazing fucking song to come
Yeah,
out to. But
yeah,
then but the thing about Edwin Diaz is that he gets the trumpet music, which is first off,
yeah,
it's amazing. The Blue
yeah.
Jays, I remember if you remember the video, you remember the video that came out after they came home with
Okay.
in the locker room where like Lourdes is just like dancing
Oh,
and
is
shit.
that what they were dancing to?
Yes, they're dancing to
Nice.
Edwin Diaz's music.
Okay.
But what makes it so much better
Mm-hmm.
is that they don't cut to commercial when he's
No,
walking out.
no, they let him go.
Like, imagine if at the Rogers Center,
Mm-hmm.
like all you hear is Dan Schulman say, "All right, going to the top of the ninth, the Blue Jay Jordan Romano on to close,"
Yeah,
and
and they
then you just
watch
have the
it
camera follow him
with Club Romano. Like,
with.
oh,
Oh
I
man,
think Jordan's is cool. I love Jordan's, but
it's
like,
it's in it's you need to be in the Rogers Center
yeah,
to experience
yeah, it's
Jordan's.
not the same. Edwin Diaz, was it SNY that posted that video today or yesterday of
Yeah.
him walking out and they had the camera following him the whole time?
Yes.
I got chills. I was so
Mm.
pumped. I was ready
Well,
to go.
something I also seen that they do sometimes. It was against the Yankees specifically.
Yeah.
They had like a camera trick where it had Edwin Diaz like running out,
Mm-hmm.
or actually it had Edwin Diaz running out. Then it flipped to the crowd,
Okay.
and then they had the crowd shot fade into Edwin on the mound.
That's unreal.
Like it was
So cool.
amazing.
It's so
Like
cool. I mean, I've never been a big Edwin Diaz fan, so I'm like,
no,
but
like
that song just gets me pumped to see Edwin
yeah,
Diaz.
and then it also helps that he's the best closer in baseball.
Yeah, it's fun. I saw that video and I'm like, we got to talk about this because it's
Yeah,
electric. I mean,
yeah,
like obviously Mariano Rivera's got Enter Sandman and
and he has the
what's his name?
legends.
Trevor Hoffman did I want to say it was Hell's Bells, but I don't think that's right.
It might have been. I don't know. But then there's not. Problem is with like closers nowadays. There's not like faces of being closers anymore.
No, no. But
Like
yeah, it was great. And I would love to see that every day of the week.
yes,
I missed a lot of the Jays week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
fair.
watched the game Wednesday. Briefly, like kind of saw it here and there.
So
Didn't
you
watch it in
missed the
total.
entirety of the
I
Twins.
missed it seemed like a very depressing series against the
Okay,
Twins.
so we can. There's so much to go into here. Do we
Okay.
want to do? Do we honestly just want to like quickly go over the trades? Because
Oh, that was before the Twins
we
series.
haven't talked
We
about the trade
haven't done
deadline.
that yet. You're
So
right.
yes, the Blue Jays did some stuff at the deadline.
Yes.
Zach Pop and Anthony Bass for the bullpen. Mitch White, who is, I will say this right now, Mitch White will rival Bo and George for amount of female fans.
Like good looking guy.
That's a good
That's
looking
a good
dude.
looking man. I saw him. I don't even know where I saw him. I'm like, oh, Damn.
And
Okay,
then
good for you.
the big one and the most out of left field, Whit Merrifield, which I was like, wow, okay, sure, I guess. And
Which it was what 3 weeks ago that he couldn't come here because it was in the time of our podcasting, and we haven't
it
done
was
enough
the first
episodes
episode.
for
It was
that
the
to be
first
that long
episode.
ago.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the first episode of our podcast that Whit Merrifield,
he
like,
wasn't vaccinated.
We shit on him for
Yeah,
not being vaccinated.
I chirped the shit out of Whit Merrifield. I take it all
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, he's like, and what's your opinion on if you had to give a grade, what was your grade for the deadline?
It was like a C plus. I think a lot of people are giving it an F for no reason.
Like,
It wasn't good.
I'm not gonna say it was good.
No.
I'm not gonna say, like, good would have been getting another bullpen arm.
Yeah.
Or like
A starter.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. To everybody that was like, why didn't you guys get Noah Syndergaard? Look at Mitch White and look at Noah Syndergaard. They're the same pitcher this year.
Yeah.
They're the same pitcher
I
this year.
would have liked to have gotten Syndergaard if it meant we could also get Raisel Iglesias.
Yes, but that's the thing that hurt, is because we lost out on Syndergaard, and then we saw what the Braves gave up for Raisel Iglesias. It was Jesse Chavez. Like,
made no sense. It made no sense.
But I like
that part hurt, but
I like the moves that they made.
Yeah, Bass, I think.
Like,
go ahead.
Bass have a career year. Like, he's Zach Pop, Canadian boy, 63% ground ball rate, throws a Clay Holmes like sinker.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like, Mitch
Clay Holmes
White
stinks, by the way.
Clay Holmes does stink now. Fuck you, Yankees fans. Mitch White, literally 27-year-old Russia play.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly what he is. Came from the same team and everything. It's crazy.
Same team and everything. Like, and Whit Merrifield, at worst, he's a Bradley Zimmer replacement, which at worst he's a Bradley Zimmer replacement. And this is where I wanted to get into one of my hot takes, because I'm saying this right now. When everybody is healthy, Santiago Espinal should not start against right-handed pitching.
No,
not at all.
He hasn't been good.
He's
not enough people are talking about that. He hasn't been good.
He hasn't been good for like the last month and a half. And it was, I had a picture. I think it was Chris Black. He mentioned Espinal's WRC plus against lefties is 151, which is amazing.
That's incredible.
That's incredibly amazing. Against righties, it's 73.
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
It's 73. He's not good. And also, if you want to talk about, but Espinal's the best defender on the team, he's the best second baseman. It's the difference between Cavan Biggio, Whit Merrifield, and Santiago Espinal at second base, negligible.
Yeah, it's
a negligible difference.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it should be a platoon. Like, I don't think that should be an argument anymore. I think it should be platooning with Cavan,
Cavan and Whit. Like, if George is healthy, which is the big issue.
Yeah.
Like,
I think when George gets healthy, you throw your hottest two guys in there. And I don't think.
Yes.
I don't know who that's going to be. I mean, you got to steal your own job, but right now, I think you rotate Santiago and Cavan in that spot, depending on who's pitching, and you throw Merrifield in the outfield.
Yeah, and I like, again, and also another thing with all the right-handed hitting on the team. Another thing that people need to figure out, like, the top 7 hitters on the team, like Vlad, Teoscar, Matt Chapman, Kirk, Gurriel, Springer, Bichette. All of them are at least 110 OPS plus against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, all
of them.
Yep.
Of those 7, only 4 of them are above league average against lefties. Springer.
It's such a stupid point.
Lourdes, George, and Bo are under league average against lefties. Like, we don't.
Yeah. No, I don't. I just. I kept seeing people say that too. It's like, we need a lefty bat. We need a lefty bat. It's like, for what? Like,
for what? They demolish righties.
The only way you need a lefty bat is you're back to the original thinking where it's like you match up lefty righty. It's like, that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Guys can get guys out from either side of the plate, and you can hit guys from either side of the plate. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, if you can't hit both lefties and righties anymore, you're not a major leaguer. It's kind of plain and simple. Yeah, and if you are, you're like a bench bat.
And since you know what, I'm getting all my hot takes and my killing narratives out the way now.
Yeah, get her going. I'm here for it.
The Blue Jays need more swing and miss in the back end of the bullpen.
Shut up.
I'm not. No. Like, I'm not even. It's not a shut up thing. Don't get me wrong. Swing and miss, phenomenal.
It's fun. It's cool.
But again, Chris Black. Chris Black is like amazing. Chris Pike. I'm taking all this stuff.
Does good stuff, man.
I'm taking all
the
stuff for Chris Pike. The
swing
not the
first
and miss.
Time we brought him up.
All right. The swing and miss rate for recent World Series champions in the bullpen, as far as regular season, 4 of the last 12 have been in the top 10 for swing and miss. 4. It was the 2018 Boston Red Sox, the 2017 Houston Astros, 2016 Cubs, and then the 2013 Boston Red Sox. 4 of your last 12 World Series winners have had top 10. Everybody else,
there's so many ways to win a World Series. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
I don't know why so many people look at a team and be like, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that. You just got to win. It does not matter what you have or don't have. Get in there and anyone has a chance. If we've seen in the past, the Atlanta Braves shouldn't even have been there and they won the whole goddamn thing.
The Atlanta Braves, of the last 3 World Series winners, the Atlanta Braves had the highest swing and miss rate, and they're 16th. They're like,
I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, it does not matter. The whole, they're not built to win a championship. Every damn team that's in the race right now is built to win a championship. Baseball is such a weird sport to win.
You can nitpick the shit out of any team currently in the playoffs. Yankees, for example.
They look like garbage right now.
They're starting pitching, taking a severe step back. Bullpen, taking a severe step back. They're not going to have Matt Carpenter for like a month and a half at least. Like, Joey Gallo became a fucking oppo field hitter. It's funny.
Incredible.
Like,
it's a shock that him getting belittled every time he stepped on the field was hurting his game. I'm shocked.
Yeah. Like, and then, like, freaking the Astros. I don't really know about the Astros. Like,
the Astros are pretty good. But like, really the one thing too is everyone's just like, oh, the Jays only got marginally better and everybody else got significantly better. I don't know how you go and say that. Like, the Yankees brought in Frankie Montas, which, like, he was the big fish. I don't think he makes him all that much better. And you can see his first start was not good either.
Yeah, and they got rid of Jordan Montgomery.
Right. Like, it's a marginal difference between Montas and Montgomery. So that didn't really do a whole lot. And outside of that, they didn't bring much in that I'm scared of.
Yeah, like.
And then you look at the Astros. Like, yeah, the Astros brought in Trey Mancini and Christian Vasquez. They have a first baseman and a catcher.
Yeah, that's just depth.
Exactly.
It's really good depth, but it's depth.
You made yourself deeper, but like, you're not playing those guys.
Yeah,
like, I'm not as worried about that as I can. Like, I don't know of many teams that brought in someone that actually made their roster better.
Mariners.
The Mariners, sure.
The Mariners
Castillo's a big pickup.
Castillo, you're going Castillo, Ray, and Gilbert in a playoff series.
Yeah,
it's fucking terrifying.
Well, they're going Castillo and Gilbert for sure. If it ends up being in Toronto, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh,
that's gonna be neat.
See, and that was another thing that people brought up when they got Luis Castillo. Was like, if you play in Toronto, at least you have an ace starter.
Yeah,
like
that's was Gilbert? Gilbert wasn't. He was vaccinated, wasn't
he? Yeah. I think it was
just Ray.
I think it was just Robbie Ray, which is very.
I don't think they put anyone on the list when they did it.
Yeah,
Ray just didn't go because he pitched before or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just thought that was weird criticism of the Blue Jays. Like, it wasn't a great trade deadline by any means, but like, I wasn't giving up as much as the Mariners did for Luis Castillo. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah. So basically, like, the equivalent for us would have been, at the time anyway, it would have been Moreno, Tiedemann, and Otto Lopez.
I like Luis Castillo.
Plus,
it wasn't even just that. Like, I like Luis Castillo, but it's a lot, man. At some point, you got to measure acquisition costs.
You got to look back to last season. Jose Barrios and Luis Castillo, like, compare them.
Similar pitchers.
Jose Barrios got you 2 prospects. Like,
Castillo got you a farm system.
Castillo got you 5.
Yeah.
Or 4 or 5. Like,
yeah.
Like, that was
crazy. It's a weird year.
It was just the market this year because everybody, like,
it wasn't all at the same time because Montas didn't go for very much.
He went for like a top 5 prospect, I think, in the Yankees.
Yeah, just one.
But like
it wasn't egregious. Like, I thought they were similar levels, Montas and Castillo, in the market level.
I think Montas was more of the injury concern, is why he didn't get a lot. It was the shoulder.
Fair enough. That's true.
Like, and you got to look at all the teams that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, the Tigers only got rid of Fulmer and Grossman.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Soto's still there.
Soto's still there. Jimenez is still there. Like,
Scooble.
Chafin's still there. Scooble's still there.
Yeah.
Like,
It was one of those things where I don't know. It was everyone was asking for a lot because they didn't really have a reason to trade anybody.
It was a seller's
because
market.
With this expanded playoffs, like there's this chance that you can bounce back and be a playoff team next year.
Like the White Sox have been a terrible team.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 2 games. They're 2 games out of their division.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which, like,
there's not many teams that couldn't possibly make the playoffs by the end of the season.
Like in the American League, I think the only teams that are like out of it are like the Angels, the Royals, the A's. Like, there's like 4 teams out of it.
Yeah, everyone else can still battle for that spot, which is nuts.
Like,
the Orioles are doing the damn thing. We'll get to them later, but like everyone's in it, and it's just I don't know. Like, and then I'm super glad the Jays didn't end up in the Soto race. I gotta be honest.
Oh my god,
it's a lot.
AJ Preller.
Yeah.
Like,
holy.
I'm gonna clap it up for you because you didn't just say I want Juan Soto. Give me Josh Bell. Give me Brandon Drury. Give me Josh Hader. You are in just to have a
Hader's one I wish we were in on. That's crazy. I can't believe they actually did it.
Just to have a 23 inning runless drought.
Yeah, they just created an entirely new team. That's a team that got better.
That's a team that got
apparently worse right now.
Drastically better. Like,
yeah, that's one that you look at and be like, yeah, they are a different team because they added starters that are going to come in and make what they had better.
Milwaukee. Why?
That's what I mean.
Like,
they have the division.
No, you could say like, oh yeah, but like he's not gonna be there anymore. He's gonna want too much money. You ruined the clubhouse.
Literally.
Devin Williams is like
pissed
and like a shell of himself right now.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's not gonna be there longer anymore. Like, it's just it was weird. I don't get that one.
You angered your fan base for what?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Josh Hader had a bad month, and you're trading him. Like,
I don't get it. Made no sense. I really hope the Jays were in on that at some point too, because I can't. It seemed like it came out of left field, honestly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like,
wild. The Juan Soto return, I don't think it's as bad as people are hyping it up to be. Like, you're never going to win a Juan Soto trade. They weren't like they could not win that trade. Ever.
But you know who really lost that trade? Luke Voit.
Yeah, poor Luke Voit, man.
I feel so bad for Luke Voit.
I like Luke Voit, and to watch that happen to him, it's like Hosmer is going there, and then he says no. So it's like, okay, well, the trade's going to go through anyways. I just assumed that was it. They weren't going to bother with it. It's fine. And then like an hour later, they're like, oh, Luke Voigt's been included. I'm like, oh, Luke.
And bro, Luke was hyping up. He's like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Like, I'm gonna DH a lot for this team. Nope. You're the third hitter in the Washington Nationals batting order.
Yeah. That's just painful.
Like,
I feel for the kid, but it's a big return.
Yeah,
like it's not. It's never going to be worth what Juan Soto's worth. Like,
no, you're not getting.
You're not getting that from anyone else in this league. Like, you got a shit ton of prospects. Maybe they don't hit, but you have the chance now. Mackenzie Gore, I think, can be a legitimate guy.
Mackenzie, he's been like pretty good this year.
He's been good this year. CJ Abrams.
James Wood has the biggest. He has the highest ceiling and lowest floor in that trade.
Yeah,
he is a 6'7" outfielder who has the rawest power I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and he's 19. He's 19 and he's 6'7".
Literally,
like
it's not. You're not getting any major league guys back. Mackenzie Gore's a major league guy. CJ Abrams is in the Luke Voit. Yeah, it is what it is. You're not getting any like young studs back. But who cares?
Like,
they got so many prospects in that you might hit on a few. I would rather 2 of those guys hit than get one big stud that might hit.
If Gore and Abrams become like all-stars in this league, you could take that as a win.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's more worth the risk than trading with us for like Soto, Orelvis, Otto, and a couple other pieces. Like, I don't know if did I say Soto at first?
You did.
Moreno is what I meant.
It's okay.
It's been a long weekend.
Yeah,
Moreno, Orelvis, and Otto. Like, something like that is just like those guys are pieces. I don't know if they're gonna hit. I don't know what Moreno's gonna be at the major league level. He really didn't show us much of anything.
We saw a glimpse of defensively.
Yeah, he's gonna be a good defensive catcher, but they have Keibert Ruiz. So what's your
like
that doesn't get me out of bed in the morning if I'm the Nats.
If you have two catchers.
Right. Like, and then like Orelvis, hey, the guy hits the shit out of the ball once in a blue moon. It's not very often that he hits that hard. Like his average is not good. His on-base percentage is not good, but he hits the ball hard. And
at the time, Jordan Groshans, like he's
zero power, no power.
Bro, the amount of times that I've seen on Twitter now that people are saying we traded Pop for no Pop.
True. True.
He's got one home run this year, and he's played like he has 300 at bats.
Yeah.
Like
if you're not hitting home runs in AAA, you're definitely not hitting home runs in the Major League
especially at the positions that Jordan Groshans plays.
Yeah.
Shortstop and third. You're getting one home run out of your left side.
You can't have that. And like that's a guy I don't get excited about if I'm the Nats. It's just we didn't have the prospect capital to do that. We're not sending away all those guys to maybe hit. Now, if I'm the Nats, I feel way better about what they got than what they would have got from us.
Yes.
It's a good deal. It was probably the best deal on the table. And they had to trade him. There was nothing they could have done. Yeah. If they wait, the package goes down. And if they wait too long, they just straight up don't sign him and he goes somewhere else.
Yeah. Speaking of don't sign him and going somewhere else, the LA Angels, oh my God. The LA Angels. Like, we don't need to talk about I mainly bring this up. Forget the Ohtani didn't get traded stuff because that was really never gonna happen, apparently.
It should have.
It should have. Did you see the game on the week that they had on the weekend?
No, I saw nothing on
They hit 7 home runs.
Oh, I heard.
And lost to Oakland.
Franchise record 7 solo home runs.
They lost 8-7 to Oakland.
That seems so bad.
Kirby Sneed was in that game. Like,
oh no,
Kirby Sneed, who gave up a home run to Shohei Ohtani that was basically at Ohtani's like hip.
It's just I love the Angels so much. They're so bad. I hope they never go to the playoffs ever again. I love this. I love it so much.
It's actually fun.
I was really hoping they would also get Soto and still be bad somehow. I love that they're just perpetually terrible.
Yeah, it's
terrible. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You have 2 of the best players in baseball, arguably 1-2 in baseball.
Yeah, and
they're not even sniffing the playoffs.
And arguably, when healthy, you can make the argument Anthony Rendon's top 15, top 20.
Yeah, like it makes no sense, man.
You have one of the better closers in baseball. You had.
Yep.
Like.
Yeah.
You had
Jared Walsh had a nice start.
Had one of the most on fire people in this first half, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward was putting up MVP like numbers to start the season.
You had a young outfielder in Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh is great.
And you traded him.
And you trade him.
Like, for what?
I hate this team so much. I hate it. Why do you oh my God.
They're ridiculous.
They're so bad. So bad. It's incredible.
Like,
I don't even care if I'm pissing off Angels fans with this one. The Angels are terrible.
No, the Angels fans.
They deserve better.
They're just as pissed as we are.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't want to belittle their team, but they deserve so much better than this. It's just bad.
Yeah. I guess
so bad.
I guess we could finally stay on the Blue Jays, maybe.
Yeah. I guess. Speaking of bad, I'm not going to go to one we're thinking just yet, but the Tim Meza injury looked bad.
Oh my God, that looked, bro. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah. He was in some pain.
But the only saving grace was his non-throwing arm.
That's good. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. It's like you don't have to be 100% with it to come back. So that's nice.
Yeah, and apparently he could be back in September.
Yeah, so that's good. He's not won't be out too
beautiful.
long. And I think he can hold on without him.
Yeah. And another thing that we talked about last episode, which feels forever ago, George Springer on the IL.
As he should be.
Thank you. It's not perfect. George, you're just get healthy.
Yeah. You can live without George Springer. You can stay above water without George Springer.
Yes.
But I need 100% of George Springer in the postseason.
Yes. Oh my God.
Get to that level.
If he fucking sits a single game in the postseason, I will lose.
We're fucked.
If he it's
Yep. No, I'm with you.
And then we can just get into the weird, not the main weird one.
Mm-hmm.
People, can we stop with the Jose Barrios and Yusei Kikuchi are the same person? Can we stop doing that shit? No, like we're not doing that. Yusei Kikuchi has had 3 quality starts this year. 3. And the Blue Jays are 6-13 when he pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Barrios has had 11
Mm-hmm.
quality starts. And I'm doing the math. I think Blue Jays are 16-6 when he pitches.
Yeah.
They are not the same.
No. Jose Barrios is a phenomenal pitcher who has some bad outings.
Like,
Barrios gets lit up in the first and gets pulled by the third, and that's the only reason his ERA is inflated to what it is. But when he's on, dude, when he's on, he's the best pitcher on the staff. I'm not afraid to say that. His stuff is disgusting.
Which is why I hate when people are like, "Oh, we only have 2 pitchers."
That's bullshit. It's bullshit.
You have 3. Like, okay,
you have 4 if you want to include Ross.
Yes, and like it's Ross Stripling, really good this year.
Super good this year. Legitimate, 2-3 stuff. Like, it's insane.
Which is, I'm saying this right now. We need to get home field advantage. In absolutely. Any way, shape, or form. Because
absolutely
at home, Jose Barrios is ERA I think exactly at 3, and on the road he's like a 7.
Oh, also Jordan Romano's numbers are significantly better at home too.
Yeah, Jordan. I think Jordan's given up he's given up 2 runs at home. 2-3 runs at home, the entire year, and he's given up 12, 13 on the road.
0.7 whip or something like that too.
Yeah, it's nuts. We just they like Canada. What can they say?
I feel like I definitely didn't mention it on the podcast last time. Why does Ryan Helsley's disgusting?
Oh, the dude from the Cardinals?
Yeah, why does nobody talk about this more?
Because he's on the Cardinals, man.
I know, but oh my god,
disgusting.
Where did he's got a 0.79 ERA?
Yeah, and that was it was way lower. He gave up 1 run against I think the Yankees.
0.635 whip.
Yeah, he's dumb.
This is stupid.
Like he gave up
37 games. It's not even a small sample size. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Get me some of this. Somebody talk about this kid. That's disgusting. Put him in the Cy Young conversation, for God's sakes. Why not? Have some fun with that. Sorry,
No, you go right ahead. Like but then there's
where are we at? So you say Kikuchi.
I'm not gonna talk about him. No,
we got it.
I don't want to hear. He's not good.
He's not good,
bro.
He's gonna be a phenomenal bullpen guy, though.
Did you see what Joe Siddle said yesterday?
Yeah, about Pete.
Oh, I love Joe Siddle. Joe Siddle, I love you so much. He's like, I feel bad for Pete. You can't work miracles.
Yeah,
like it's. Oh man, it's crazy. Like he's
bad. He's not a good starter.
Like
however, his stuff plays in the bullpen. Like he's got a high velocity fastball that he just is afraid to use for some reason. And he's got a good slider when it's working. Like if you turn that guy into an 80% fastball guy who just throws a slider every now and then he'd be great in the bullpen.
Yeah, also, Kikuchi, he had that. I'm not even gonna say it was just 1 bad inning. He had 2 bad innings of his 6, and the rest of it he was fine.
He was good. Yeah.
But those 2 innings, he gave up 5.
Yeah, it's funny because everyone's freaking out about Kikuchi after the last start, but honestly, I felt better about that start than the ones where he's walking everything. At least he's throwing strikes. I would rather him get beat than lose it himself.
If he gets his shit pushed in, but gives you 5 or 6 innings,
it's fine.
As opposed to
3 innings because he threw 100 balls.
Innings, 3 innings and he gives up a run or 2 runs, and I'm just
kind of sucks. You're still using all of your bullpen. Yeah, I just think with his lefty righty splits, he is dominating lefties.
Oh yeah.
So if you can find a way to get him in the bullpen to just throw hard and throw the odd slider, I think he'd be a successful bullpen piece.
He's not
not a starter anymore.
He goes without saying he's not in our playoff. He's
he's
not sniffing the playoff.
God, no. He's the 5th guy. You barely need 4 guys in the playoffs, let alone 5.
Especially in the wild card series. You don't need.
It's a 3-game set, and then you're resetting.
Set, and you get a couple days off, which I think you would use for us anyway. I think you'd go obviously Manoah, Gosman, Barrios.
Yeah.
And then
might even go Manoah, Gosman, Stripling if you're feeling greasy.
Yeah. But say you sweep, you take the first 2 games. You got Barrios game 1, and then you get a couple days off. You get Barrios game 1, and then you go Manoah, Gosman, and then
right back to it. Yeah,
or Ross,
you're right.
And then
Ross.
Barrios,
and then
Like, it works. You're fine.
Yeah, there's no world where you use a fifth starter in the playoffs.
No
one's ever done it. It's just, it doesn't make sense to do it anymore.
No,
With the days off, you don't need it.
Yeah.
So he's not even if he stays in the rotation for the rest of the year, he's not a guy in the rotation in the playoffs. I don't know why people keep talking about that. I'm like, no one is. There's a strong chance that Barrios might not get a lot of starts in the playoffs, because if you win a series in 2, you get those days off, you run it right back at the beginning with Mo again.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's getting a little blown out of proportion with this whole Kikuchi thing. He's your 5 starter. Even if he's bad, who fucking cares?
Yeah. The whole him being a 5, the whole him being super bad is that it's Ryu's gone, Stripling is currently injured. Mm-hmm. Like,
it's all kind of inflated by everything else.
Yeah. If like everybody, I love how everybody forgets like we say, everybody forgets the good Jose Barrios starts, because he's been good more than he's been bad. Like, this year, even like
when he's bad, he's really bad. But when he's good, he's really good.
I can't remember who said it. That's last start in Minnesota. That was the first time he gave it more than 3 runs in like 2 months.
Yeah, he's been so good lately.
People just don't talk about it. Like, that was his
but then he has one bad start, and they just think that's all.
It was his first bad start in 2 months.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some
like,
people just
if Jose Barrios' ratio of good games to bad games is 6-1, I will take that in a fucking heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. There's a chance he gets you through the whole playoffs without having a bad start, if that's the case.
Yeah. Like, and even that being said, in the playoffs, if he has a bad start, they're not going to leave him. They're just going to fucking yank him. Yeah. Like, it's so much more aggressive.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
because you'll have a guy like Ross to go like, hey,
you have a guy like Ross. You have a guy like not Evan White, Mitch White. Like, like you have those guys, like that'll give you 3-4 innings of bulk.
Yep.
Like, it's
just I think it's some people just live to complain about this team.
Yeah, it's
whether things are going well or things are going poorly, they're gonna complain. And hey, if that's you, it's who you are. Whatever, man. That's how you want to live your life. I don't get it. I think it's useless.
Like,
enjoy this team for what it is. They're a playoff team. They're gonna bring playoff baseball back to Toronto.
And everybody's it got bad. People are now complaining. Most recent news: Blue Jays got Jackie Bradley Jr. today.
Yeah.
I have never seen so many Bradley Zimmer defenders in my life.
I thought I was the only one.
Bro, we said he's living the dream.
Yes.
Everybody, but like, like, are we really like Bradley Zimmer gonna hug him now because he's been on our team and hasn't got a hit in a month?
I don't know.
Are we really doing that?
I also don't think JBJ is much of an upgrade, if any.
No. Don't get me.
But like,
JBJ.
Now all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, get rid of Brad," and now we're getting rid of Brad, and everyone's like, "Don't get rid of Brad." I'm like,
the thing is, he's played. JBJ is basically taking the fielding. He's won Springer's back. Literally,
you'll never see JBJ again.
You'll never see Zimmer. First off, no. JBJ becomes Zimmer.
Yeah.
Like, and for all the people that are like, oh, but JBJ, but for all the people that are like, oh, JBJ's slow. You do realize that Whit Merrifield is on this team. You do realize that Kevin Biggio is on this team.
Like, I do not see the benefit of Jackie Bradley Jr. anymore.
He's a marginally better hitter than Bradley Zimmer. That also helps.
It's marginal when we say marginal. Like,
of
the things that Jackie Bradley Jr. is going to do on this team, Bradley Zimmer is better at both of them.
Okay, but I did find something today too. I try and find out all the optimism.
Okay.
Did you know that on Baseball Savant, the run value of hitters against certain pitches?
He hits fastballs hard.
Jackie Bradley Jr. is 7th in the league against four-seamers.
Okay.
Like, bro, he can run into a fastball. Like,
yeah, sure. I guess that's one thing Brad doesn't do.
And also, cannon.
Yeah, he does have an absolute cannon.
Cannon.
It's weird. Like, I do not foresee either Bradley Zimmer or Jackie Bradley Jr. getting at bats in late September, any part of October.
They're fifth outfielders.
So that's what I mean. The only way you get in the game is to play defense and to run. And Bradley Zimmer is better at defense and he's faster runner. So what's the point?
Boy, Jackie Bradley Jr. has that playoff dog in him.
He got that dog in him.
Dog in him. Okay.
Sure. And they wanted it. They wanted him before.
Before we take our break. You know who got that? You know who got that dog in him?
No.
Kevin goddamn
Kevin got that dog.
Kevin got that dog in him. They said it on the broadcast yesterday. Kevin Biggio is, what is it? On the first pitch this season, 11 for 18, 7 extra base hits. He got that dog in him. He got that dog in him.
3 homers.
3 bombs now too, bro.
That guy's just got to start swinging.
Oh, seriously, bro. Like,
I know you got a good eye, but I know you can hit.
Swing. Cav, pull it. Be a little bow sometimes. Be a little bow.
Yeah, just on the first pitch. Forget then. Yes. Then do your thing.
Work. And when we come back, we'll actually and when we come back from this small break, we'll actually probably talk about the games because we talk about everything around the games, but not the actual game.
Yeah, I was kind of just thinking that. Why don't we'll take our break now, and then
we'll come back and
We'll talk about some games.
All right. All right. So we're back after that short break, and to some very funny breaking news. Jackie Bradley Jr. got his number. We know what number Jackie Bradley Jr. will now wear with the Blue Jays, and it is number 25. Now, for those eagle-eyed viewers of the Blue Jays,
I didn't think of it.
You maybe remember a 25. If you don't, you maybe not remember a 25 on this team, but you should because he was
There's a notable one. There's a notable 25.
Yeah, just Blue Jays manager Charlie Montoya. Former.
That's got to be a troll move, right? Like,
dude, like that. I love that player number Twitter because you just find out some weird shit.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Like Whit Merrifield is number 1. You remember the last person to wear number 1 on the Blue Jays, Gerard Dyson last year.
Oh yeah. We had Gerard Dyson was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, we had Gerard Dyson. I remember he was part of that that beautiful 4 days of life when we swept the Yankees.
Yeah. He made a nice play at some point, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the last game. I think it was the last of game 3. He made like a diving catch.
Ran something down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But to the real second.
The Blue Jays played some games.
They played a lot of games in
between. Started with Tampa.
Yes, 2 in Tampa, which is very weird considering
it was a long time ago now, and I don't remember.
It was last Tuesday. They split. Game 1 was just the Kevin Gausman game.
Right.
He went 8 innings, 10 Ks, 1 walk, 1 hit.
Yeah.
Didn't realize he was throwing a no-hitter until he
cheap
gave
hit
up.
Too, right?
It was Taylor Walls too. Taylor Walls is a fucking yeah, and then it was 1-0. Yeah, it was 1-0 until the top of the 9th.
Right.
And then our boy. It ain't tricking if you got it. And he had it. 2 little bloop single by Danny Jansen.
Opposite field bloop, was it not?
Yeah, opposite field bloop. Raimel Tapia scores for first.
Yeah.
Nuts. And then those runs clearly
they mattered.
They mattered because Taylor Walls, that damn man.
Taylor fucking Walls. It's a home run.
It's a pimp job worthy home run.
Oh my god.
And we're like, oh, okay, that really worked. And then Jordan 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Just shut it down after that.
Reliever of the month.
Jordan lives for the pressure.
Yes.
He needs the save situation, tight game, runners on base thing. I get it.
Yes. And then this was just split week.
What was the second game?
The second game was the Kikuchi game. It was the other Kikuchi start. I think we lost.
He was okay though, wasn't he?
He went 4 innings, but it was like he gave up 4 innings, 2 runs. Like he was Like,
didn't he start with like a couple strikeouts?
He started with 4. I think it was 4 Ks in the first 2 innings.
That's
like,
that's
he had
what it was.
1 long inning, and that's where he gave up the 2 runs, and then like I think the Blue Jays was like 4.
His pitching count falls apart in a hurry.
Yeah,
it falls apart in a hurry.
They won that game like 4-2. They game 4-2.
Yeah, they just put up no runs. It is what it is.
Then we go to Minnesota, where all the new guys join the team.
And I missed a lot of this.
Okay, first game of the Minnesota
I saw game 1 and it went well.
Game 1 was terrible until it wasn't.
Yeah,
they were getting basically shut out until like the 6th inning, and then
they broke it wide open.
Exploded for 9 in those last 3 innings. Whit Merrifield had 2 hits in that game. Anthony Bass had an inning.
Teo had a homer, I think, didn't he? Or was that game 2?
Teo had a bomb in game 1.
Yeah.
George came through with bases loaded in his last game that he played.
Was that the game that Vlad hit a homer in too? Or
yes,
was that...
the 115. There was a couple. There was a 115-mile-an-hour missile to left field. Okay. And then they won that game. It was easy, 9-2, bing bang boom. Like
seemed like it was like, all right, this is our series.
Yes.
It was not the case.
Game 2 happened, and this like again, Vlad hit I think this was the game where he hit the one that center field, and then he pimped it to like hell. It was great. But a calamity of errors.
Really?
Oh my god. So it was first off, Our boy got that dog in him. Kevin Biggio almost cost the Blue Jays the game.
Nice.
Because it was a ground ball to him. It was tie. It was tie game in like the bottom of the ninth. Tie game.
I did hear he made a mistake. I did not hear what it was.
He bobbled. He literally ground ball like hop came up like super close and just went, oh nope, can't get it. Almost fucks that. And then I'm just gonna say this wasn't a series for our boys. And then we lost this game because so Jordan got it was obviously the runner at second. Jordan got the strikeout, got away from Jano. Jano like overthrew Vlad at first base slightly. He overthrew him, but it wasn't enough to like end the game.
Okay.
So it was first and third. And then it was a ground ball to third. Right. Chapman gets it, spikes it into the floor, like two bounces it to Jano. Jano can't get it. The Twins win.
Jesus.
So
that's a tough way to go.
Yeah. Jordan Romano, I think they said it was the first time in modern baseball history that he gave up no hits. He gave up no hits, no walks, and got the loss.
And a strikeout or something.
And a strikeout and lost the game.
Yeah.
Like
that's so wild.
And then game three was just a shit show. That was the Jose Barrios bad game. Like, okay. He got out, I think it was like 3 2/3. Like,
it was kind of nice though, because I was score watching the whole time, but I didn't see any of the games. But I knew at that point, like I turned it on, it was like 6-0 or 6-1 or something. I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about killing my phone battery anymore. This one's done.
Yeah, and then they came back. They came back a little. They made it 6-3. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
No, it was like I think it was 5-3.
Yeah.
And then David Phelps just ruined it because it was a double and then a triple with nobody out, and then like.
So it didn't go well in that one.
But if there was anything that did go well, Zach Pop. Zach Pop pitched an inning and a third.
Cool.
He gave up 2 hits, but one of those hits was immediately erased by a ground ball double play.
Oh, perfect.
Like he's doing what.
That's what you got when you got that bowling ball sinker.
Yeah,
that's what you
do. Really good. Like cool. Really, and then Adam Simber. It was Adam Simber. That was also the Mesa game.
Okay.
That was also amazing.
Yeah, that hurts.
That's why Phelps had to come in.
Yeah.
And then game 4 was the most interesting game of the series by far.
Yeah, I think I watched that one.
It was Kevin Gausman against Chris Archer. Gausman, really good. Again, like 6 innings. He went 6 innings. So he only had 84 pitches, which is, people were complaining about that. Like he only went 6. I guess, sure. Who was it? It was Vlad. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. Teoscar got a double. Bo doubled him home. Get the Blue Jays on the board 1-0. Then our boy, first pitch swinging dog, got that dog in him. 11 for 18, 7 extra base hits, double off the wall. Then Gurriel scores him on a single. It was great. It was 2-0.
Unreal.
Then they take out Gausman. Jimmy Garcia had his one bad inning for like the month.
Every now and then it happens.
Well, he only gave up one. A run.
That's fine. We can live with that.
Then they go to the 9th. Jordan comes in. Not great from Jordan. So he ties the game. He gives Luis, it was 1st and 3rd. He gives with 2 outs. He gives Luis a rise just to fucking get me over fastball. And Luis doesn't miss. Luis just pokes it into right field.
Doesn't hit hard, but he doesn't miss.
Yeah. So then it was 2-2. Then going into that. And then.
Speaking of that dog in him, our boy had that towering sack fly.
We'll get. I was leading up to it, man. You gotta let me build the suspense. Right. So then we go to the top of the 10th.
Okay.
The first batter, I can't remember, was it? Was it Jano? I think it was Jano.
Didn't see it. Couldn't tell you.
First batter flies it to center field. Whit Merrifield is a madman. Tags up on Byron Buxton and gets to 3rd.
Ah, boy.
Boy. That's
live for him.
Merrifield. And then
that dog in him.
Sacrifice fly on the most.
It's bullshit. Should not have been a sack fly.
We should have lost that game. Should not have been a sack fly. But
Whit Merrifield, not good.
But we might have to add another person to the got that dog in him club.
Whit's got that dog in him.
He's been here for 5 days, but he's got that dog in him.
Not a good teammate. Got that dog in him though.
Because literally after the game, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know the rules. Like I was just gonna slide into him to make it be like I could have a lane." And
as if he thought of that. Yeah, that's the one thing. Did you see on the broadcast yesterday? They showed earlier in the series where Gary Sanchez did the same thing on a play that really didn't matter, and like he had to get out of the way anyways. But he set up on that side of the plate on Whit Merrifield. So he saw that and went,
Yeah.
if he does that again, I know what I can do. So on that play, he sees Gary set up in the same spot and goes, like, I know exactly what I'm doing.
I'm sliding into you and saying I don't have a lane. And
brilliant base running from Whit Merrifield.
If Twins fans, you have every right to be pissed.
Fuck them.
Fuck them, but you got
every right call.
You got every right to be pissed. But like,
I'd be pissed, but it's the right call.
Suck it if you lose the. Hey, all I'm gonna say is you could join the club of teams that missed the playoffs by a game.
Hey,
like, we know how it feels.
That's not even the most egregious call we've seen all year. I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
Doug Eddings did one of our games.
Doug Eddings did multiple games, I think.
Yeah, he did one that was really bad.
He did it was the White Sox game, that extra innings fiasco. But I think I don't remember if it was him, but I think remember the A's game at like the beginning of the year. That was awful.
Yeah,
I think that was Doug Eddings.
Oh, just what a guy. Just be thankful they never been a part of that.
So like
it was the right call. Bottom line,
right call, but
it sucks.
It's a dumb rule. The rule
it's greasy, but it's the right call.
Hey, playoff style wins, maybe
we'll take it. I don't mind. Oh, voice crack.
Then we took a playoff style ass kicking yesterday because.
Oh, yo, the Baltimore Orioles are a good baseball team.
They're not.
Don't ask Mike Wilner about it, but they're a good baseball team.
MLB Network. Could you stop calling them sneaky good? You've been calling them sneaky good.
No, they're just good.
They're just good now.
They're just good. They're not sneaky anymore.
Like our fathers on that team. Like Ryan
Mountcastle
just keeps doing it.
It's the stupidest guy on every AL East team that beats us.
Yeah,
always.
It's Verdugo with the Red Sox.
Yeah. Higgy for a long time.
Oh, Higgy's our father. Higgy was our father in 2020. Like,
stupid. It made no sense.
The Rays, do we have someone for the Rays?
It seems like the whole Kevin Kiermaier does it to us all the time. Kiermaier.
Yeah, and then Baltimore is just Ryan Mountcastle.
I
think his batting 348 against the Blue Jays in his career.
Seti quietly just doesn't really do a ton against us.
Yeah, but Seti,
he's good. I know Seti's great, but he just doesn't. He doesn't scare me the way fucking somehow Ryan Mountcastle scares me.
Seti's winning Gold Glove this year. I'm not even kidding. He's been phenomenal in the outfield.
It is what it is. The Orioles are a good baseball team, and they still scored runs against them, despite the fact that dynamite bullpen pitched a lot.
Yeah, and their bullpen is still their bullpen. They lost Jorge Lopez.
Yeah, really good. So good, dude. Good.
Perez,
they almost got to them.
Hey, Felix fucking Bautista
just locked the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Our bullpen was not good. It was not good.
Well, I mean, it was the deadly.
Trent had one good inning and one inning that he gave up a homer.
It was the World Series combination of Yusei Kikuchi and Trent Thornton.
And then Trevor Richards. I got a question. No, you go ahead first. You go first.
No, because mine is bigging up Trevor Richards.
Okay, me too.
Oh, Trevor Richards. Did you know on the team, Trevor Richards has the highest swing and miss rate?
No.
He has the highest swing and miss rate out of the bullpen.
See, now I was going the opposite route. I wasn't about to praise Trevor Richards. I'm curious as to why Trevor Richards isn't taking as much flack as every other bad player on this team.
Oh, yeah. That's why, because he has high swing.
Just quietly flies under the radar on how absolutely atrocious he's been.
I
was the guy that was supposed to count on to be a middle relief guy that gets outs. He doesn't get outs.
Nah, he
gives up home runs.
He's walks in K. He's the Joey Gallo of pitchers.
Joey Gallo.
He's a walk, a strikeout, or a home run.
Yeah, he's a 3 outcome pitcher, and I didn't know that was a thing.
We just made it. It's just he's in the hierarchy of the bullpen. He's down. He's the lowest on the totem pole.
He should be. I don't know if he's on the bottom. But
it's Richards. And then
I'd put Trent above him a little bit.
I would say as of everybody that we have right now, I'm not going to include Tim Mesa because
he's Thornton, obviously
Thornton just slightly. And then you go Simber.
Big gap to Simber, yeah.
Pop, Bass, Jimmy, Romano,
Phelps is somewhere in between.
Phelps is somewhere
in between Trent and Simber, maybe.
Depends on the day.
See, yeah, David Phelps is one of those guys too that's either going to be elite or dog shit.
No, David Phelps is our Rafael Delis this year.
Yeah.
He
also takes a bit of hate for a guy that's doing pretty good.
He walks two people an inning, but he'll get out of it.
But he's fine. His numbers are shockingly good.
Got like a bro, like
Is it 2.4, 2.3?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys under 3 and under ERAs in the bullpen.
Yeah, it makes no sense. All individually, a lot of them have really good numbers.
Look
As
at
a bullpen, though, they stink.
If you look at the individual numbers, like Jordan has like a 2.5, Jimmy has like a 2.6. Mesa was almost back under 2. Like
David Phelps has gone up to a 2.7, but it's a 2.7.
It's a 2.7. Like
he's got a 1.27 whip though, so that's where everyone gets all freaked out.
That's the Rafael Delis in him.
Yeah, like, it's an accurate ERA too, because he's got a 2.72 ERA and a 2.81 FIP, so he is what he is.
Yeah, they're not.
He's not doing this by accident.
We don't have. I'm just glad we don't have guys like Tyler Chatwood anymore.
Yeah,
like we don't have Chatwood.
Chatwood was our go-to for a while there.
Chatwood was our go-to until he absolutely wasn't our go-to.
Yep.
Like
hey, could be worse, man.
Yeah, like
could be way worse.
If I don't think worst reliever is Trevor Richards and or Trent Thornton, depending on the day.
I don't know. Trevor Richards has been bad.
Like let's be real here. Trent Thornton and maybe Trevor Richards, they're not in this bullpen by the end of September.
No, Trent Thornton's definitely not.
Trent Thornton is for sure not. Like Trevor Richards, depending on how crazy good Zulueta is, they've been eyeing him to be a bullpen guy. They only pitch him like max of 2 innings.
Yeah,
and then on the 0.000000001% chance that one of the ghosts can return to do anything.
Oh,
like
they'd be elite relievers. I can tell you.
If one of the ghosts comes back,
Nate Pearson is going to come in and do his thing.
Nate, I'm like, if there's aside from like the 0.001%, if both of them came back, I have like a 15% faith in Merriweather. I got like a 40 in Nate.
To be good?
Yes, to be good.
To be dominant, honestly.
Like, because Nate,
his stuff plays.
For all the good things we've talked about, all the 1 week of Julian Merriweather being Julian Merriweather.
Yep.
Nate has shown us 1,000 times more.
Oh yeah. Every time he's in the bullpen, he's lethal.
He's lethal, or he's lethal. Like bad.
He's a bad starter. I don't like using him.
He's Jose. No, he is this year. He was this last year's Jose Barrios.
Yeah.
Of this year.
Yeah.
He was either
he'd have 3 straight dominant games and then get lit up.
Yeah, against like the A's.
Yeah,
no,
he was good against
the A's. No. It's a perfect example. Do you remember the Semien walk-off game?
Yes.
Nate pitched in that game. He gave up like 2 runs in that inning, in 1 inning. But then
comes back the next day. 2 next day?
Yeah, dominant. Like the next day, struck out the side.
He pitched back-to-back days after that, did he not? Like, I'm pretty sure because I was there for one of those games.
Yeah.
And he just carved.
Yeah, he just carved. I think unbelievable. It probably was the game where he finished it, struck out the side. It's amazing.
And so if he comes back, if he finds a way back.
Yeah, if he finds a way back, I'm way more in faith in him. But like,
he's your setup guy.
Really. Like Nate was supposed to.
What could have been, man?
Damn
what
you,
could
Mono.
Still be? What
Damn
could still
you,
be?
Mono.
Yeah. Damn.
Like Nate.
What a stupid way to.
Man.
God, I hope that kid figures it out.
Yeah. Speaking of figuring it out.
Yep.
We need to have a discussion about one. Bo, don't know your middle name, Bichette.
Bosif Bichette.
Bosif Bichette. So since June 1st, Bo Bichette has a 99 WRC plus.
Not great.
Which is literally league average. But he's 7 outs above average.
It's pretty good. Which is wild because the whole like narrative up until the last couple weeks was that Bo can't play defense.
Hey, Bo, can you like
flip it back?
Flip it back, please. Can you go back to 2021, Bo Bichette?
I mean, I feel like Bo's always had this defense in him. He just had a terrible start to the last season, and everyone just started to believe that he can't play defense.
But Bo, like, he's a career 300 hitter hitting 260.
It's like, weird. Which is he's getting better. You gotta give him some credit there because he's been better as of late.
Is he though?
As the last 4 or 5 games.
Okay, fine. Like I'll give you
not like as of late, but like as of the last 4 or 5 games, he looks like he's starting to come around a bit. He had a 3-hit game in the Minnesota series. He had that home run at some point in that run.
Yeah,
pretty sure he had a couple of hard hit balls in last night's game.
But then you remember that the home run he hit was a 88-mile-per-hour fastball.
Nice.
Like, it's not anything.
So he's not hitting fastballs well. I mean, I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. He just doesn't have the timing right now. He needs to cut some of his hair off. Not all of it.
It might be at this point. Like,
it's too long this year. It's in his way.
Vibes, bad vibes.
It's just dye it back to the color it was.
Who would have thought that potentially the all-star middle infield has been arguably two of our worst hitters on this fucking team?
Yep.
Over the last month and a half.
like just kind of quietly, Espinal's been bad. Kirk's been pretty bad.
Kirk has been in a little slump.
Yeah. Like Kirk had 5 extra base hits in July. 5.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm. They're 5. Unless I misread it, but it was 5 extra base hits.
Okay, but the big thing about Kirk is he doesn't strike out, and he's striking out now.
Which would be an okay thing if he was just getting singles, if he wasn't slow as molasses.
Yeah.
It kind of hurts you a little bit. Like the reason I started coming around on Alejandro Kirk is because he was hitting for pop and getting to second. I'm like, that's perfect. Yeah. Because he might score from there. But he's a double play candidate every time he's on first.
I'll watch an episode of like the walk-off podcast that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
They had like a mailbag and someone was like, what are we doing with Alejandro Kirk? Because someone raises a really good point. George Springer's gonna be 33.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna DH.
He's gonna DH more often than he's playing center field at one point.
So
I don't know, man.
Kirk's not gonna DH all the time. Like,
I still don't think he's good enough as a back catcher to be your everyday catcher.
He's improved dramatically.
He's a great pitch framer.
He's improved dramatically, yeah.
Which someone pointed out today. Once you have robo umps, it doesn't matter what your pitch framing is.
Once you have robo umps, you'll be the best hitter in the league. Kevin Biggio.
Yeah, you're right. Because they gotta throw strikes.
You gotta fucking throw strikes, and Kevin has one of the best eyes in baseball. He's top.
You're right. Plus, they're banning the shift too, so it's.
Oh my, he's MVP.
He's about to have a ridiculous year next.
It's gonna help Kevin Biggio and Aaron Judge the most out of anybody in baseball, because Aaron Judge will stop getting the 3 feet below his knees call.
Yeah,
like Kevin will just. Okay.
He'll just get those calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like.
It's just. Kirk's a great pitch framer. I don't like his arm behind the plate all that much. He is better than what he was in the past defensively, but he's not a good game caller.
And like but the thing about pitch framing is now everybody's on that more, and Jano's pitch framing has taken a severe step back. Like, he's not a good pitch framer this season for some reason.
No.
Like,
I think pitch framing is so subjective. It's just like, it's one of those things. Like, if you're catching the guys that dot on the corners, your pitch framing is going to be good. But if you're catching guys that are like living somewhere closer to the middle or way outside, your pitch framing numbers aren't getting any better.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Jano fucking pitches. He gets Kikuchi
exactly.
Every time.
Like,
he gets Kikuchi every time, so he can't make strikes.
I find it a little weird that that's what everyone's kind of leaning to, is because I feel like pitch framing is it matters as much to the pitcher as it does to the catcher. Like, I'm not going to frame a pitch that's down the middle. It doesn't matter how I do stuff like that. So I find it weird that people are so obsessed with framing.
Pitch framing is the most subjective thing in baseball.
Yeah. It varies year by year. Clearly, even Alejandro Kirk wasn't a great pitch framer last year, but he's elite this year. Like, it depends on who you're catching. Is all it really is to me.
Yeah,
I find that weird.
God damn! I just realized something. This is I shouldn't even be saying this on the show. I gotta find Jackie Bradley Jr.'s walk-up song now. Like,
yeah, go searching.
Yeah, that's.
I like that.
I didn't even realize. I love how MLB had like an official site for walk-up music.
For like everyone, I know the Jays have it on their thing.
Yes, it's not all teams have it up though, which is why I still haven't found the Bass and Pop ones, because the Marlins don't.
Okay.
Well, JBJ's not here, so fair enough.
Ricky Tiedemann's disgusting.
Oh my, he's a vile individual.
I'm all in on Ricky Tiedemann.
Yeah, like he's
his first start at Double-A New Hampshire. He went 3 innings because he's on a limit right now. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks in 46 pitches.
He 1/3 of those 46 pitches were whiffs. Had 15 whips in 3 innings. He's disgusting.
He's so good. If he stays healthy, he's our ace.
He's up next.
I'm not afraid to say that he's gonna be better Manoah if he can stay healthy.
I'm calling this right now. Today is August 9th of 2022.
Yep.
Ricky Tiedemann will do what Alek Manoah did. He will come up.
I think he'll do more.
He will come up next season in mid-May.
Next season, you think?
He will come up next season in mid-May because
he is flying up the radar. I could see it.
Literally, what they're gonna do, because that's what happened with Alek Manoah. Like if I remember correctly, Alek had 3 starts in AAA.
Yeah, because of the 2020 thing.
He got 3 starts and then got called up to AAA. Like Ricky went from, he was in Dunedin, dominated, went to Vancouver, dominated. If he goes the rest of the season,
if he's this in AA,
if he continues to be anything like he is,
he's gonna look so good in the bullpen in October.
AA for the rest of the season, I'm not gonna go that far. Not gonna go that far. We're not push Ricky. I'm not gonna push 19-year-old Ricky Tiedemann into a playoff.
Brandon Finnegan pitched in the College World Series and the World Series in the same year. I would love to see Ricky Tiedemann do this.
That'd be crazy, but
that's way more nuts than Ricky Tiedemann coming up.
But I'm saying, if Ricky is dominant through New Hampshire for the rest of the season, he'll start next season at AAA at least.
Yeah, he should.
And if
he might make it there this year at this rate.
Honestly, he might.
It's nuts.
And if he's I'm not gonna say if he's good at AAA, there's no reason that I don't see him up in late May.
I can't see him being anything short of great at AAA. Like he's been dominant everywhere he's gone. He's not going to just come up and be okay. It's not that big of a jump. I don't know. Kid's so good. I'm so excited.
He's vile.
I'm so excited.
Man.
How old is he?
He is 19, I think.
Oh my God.
Let's see. He is. Shoot.
It's hard to find. He's an 02, so he's 20.
He's younger than me.
Yeah.
Oh, he turns 18. He turns 8
in 9 days.
Turns 20 in 9 days. Yeah.
Good for him. What an animal. I'm excited.
Yeah, MLB.com has his ETA in 2024. That's cap. He'll be up. He'll be up next year.
He'll at very least be like a September guy.
Yeah, and next year
next year. I mean, he'll be at very least. I think he's a September guy.
I also forgot September call-ups are in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What are the? I think
how many? What are the rules on it again? You get up to 28.
It's two more people.
So it's really. I don't think it's gonna be Gabby. I can't see you doing that.
It's Gabby. It's gonna be Gabby and a pitcher.
Do you think they get Gabby?
Gabby and Adrian Hernandez.
Is he healthy again?
He's rehabbing, so he'll be.
They could shock us and go Zulueta.
Wait,
24. They got to put him on the thing, or they're gonna lose him. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, so
they got to put him on the 40-man at some point before next season. So see if you got something, and if not,
and who's on the 40-man for us? It's not great.
No, I genuinely don't know who the back end of our 40-man roster is.
The back end of the there's a bunch of 60-day IL guys, so you kind of have to
account for them. Yeah,
because Pearson 60-day, Saucedo is 60-day. Because
but I can let Saucedo walk. I don't.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It's
no Hagen Danner is on our 60 or 40-man.
I forgot. Really? Is Bowden Francis on our 40-man? Because I know he was up earlier this year.
Foster Griffin, Thomas Hatch, Anthony K. I'm just naming the guys that aren't on.
Yeah, you can let these
active roster, obviously. Casey Lawrence.
Oh, walk away.
Yeah. Saucedo, Ryu, Stripling, all those guys. Zach Collins, Gabby, Leo Jimenez.
Leo Jimenez, top 5 prospect. So.
Otto Lopez, obviously. Vinny Capra, still on our 40-man.
Tom Sawyer, Vinny Capra.
That's it for the guys that aren't currently on the roster.
Yeah, so
you could definitely get rid of some of those guys without I don't know who Foster Griffin is.
I think he casually was one of those Sergio Romo, Brad.
He's the guy we got from Kansas City for no reason. That made no sense.
Yeah, he was the Romo Peacock era of us trying to get pitchers.
Right. Yeah, just came out of nowhere. Casey Lawrence can walk away, and I would not care less. I would much rather see Zulueta try and do something.
Yes, because he's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, and we can't have our streak of trading the future stars representative.
No.
Like, because that.
No. All right. What else we got here?
I mean, I think surprisingly, actually, I think we got all of it.
I do have a question.
Okay. All right.
What the Field of Dreams game? That exists this year?
I forgot about it, honestly. Because the teams in it aren't good.
Who is it? I forgot they were doing it.
I will it's a Chicago team.
It's the Cubs, isn't it?
It's the Cubs.
Is the Cubs and Cardinals?
I wish.
Oh no.
Dig further back. Dig lower.
The fuck would the Cubs be playing? I thought it was like a rivalry-ish game, was it not?
Think about it. Who's in that division?
Who the hell is in that division?
Oh, I'm just gonna tell you right now. They traded away.
Is it the Brewers?
No, it's worse. Dig deeper.
It gets worse.
It's
fuck. I can't. I'm gapping on who's in that division.
The team that they played traded away their best pitcher.
That doesn't narrow it down. A lot of teams did that.
They traded away their best pitcher for it was a guy that we wanted.
Oh, okay.
They also have
Cincinnati.
It is the Cincinnati goddamn Reds. It is the Cubs and Reds.
The Cubs and Reds.
You went from White Sox
thought
Yankees
that was a good idea
to Cubs Reds.
Who thought that was a good idea? I guess the Cubs are a historic team.
The Cubs are a historic team. The
Reds are a team.
A team that traded away everybody. Like
the Cubs should have been good this year. I'll just say that. They should have been better than what they were. So I get it preseason, but the Reds were never supposed to be good.
The game would have been. The game's already going to be shit.
Yes.
Imagine if the Cubs didn't have Ian Happ and Wilson Contreras.
Oh, the league probably stepped in and said, look,
we're gonna
please don't trade your whole team away here.
Yeah,
we fucked up and we need you to fix it.
Okay, last thing, the Cubs overplayed their hand so hard with those two.
Oh yeah,
they wanted the sun and the moon.
Yeah,
I
mean, Wilson's got some years left. No I don't know about Happer. No, he doesn't.
Wilson's a free agent after this year.
Oh, they butchered
it. 90% of he was and Hap has this year and next year.
You could always trade Hap next year if you want, but
they butchered it for value.
I think Wilson sticks around long term. I don't.
Oh yeah, Wilson.
I think they know they can keep him.
And that's another reason why. That's also why they overplayed their hand. They literally could have done.
They got him back.
They could have done what the Yankees
Chapman thing.
Yes. Yeah. They could have got him back for nothing.
Yeah.
And then with Ian Happ, he was an all-star this year. What were you going to get? What are you going to get for him if you try and trade him again?
Yeah, you're getting less next year than you would have got this year.
You're getting way less next year. And apparently,
Cubs are. I can understand not trading Wilson to just make him feel like you want him. You could have just went to him and been like, "Hey, we'll sign you back next year, but we want to make our team better for you."
And it makes it it makes it such a shitty look because you have the video, you have multiple
that big ass emotional hug,
a big hug between him and Hap, and then the last day before the day before the deadline, you have it was the Cubs against the Giants on ESPN. The game is over, and Wilson Contreras is just sitting in the dugout, just on the verge of breaking down because he's like, I might not be a Cub tomorrow.
Yeah, they made this guy feel like shit for nothing.
They dragged him basically for a month.
Yeah,
and we're just like, oh no, you're still here, Wilson! Yay!
Yeah, no, that sucks.
I
hate to do that to a guy.
Yeah, it's
from the human being side of things, it stinks.
It stinks, but the fact that Wilson Contreras is still a Cub and the Cubs are going nowhere this year, because it's the fact that Wilson Contreras would have looked basically I'm calling this right now. The Astros went to the Cubs and they're like, "What do you want for Wilson Contreras?"
That's too much.
And they're like, "You can piss right off." And they're like, "Hey, Boston, what do you want for Christian Vasquez?" Okay, fine.
See, that's a move that I would have. I think that would have made the Astros better. I don't think Christian Vasquez makes them that much better.
No, they it's the big thing with Vasquez is he can hit the ball.
Sure.
Martin Maldonado cannot hit the side of a barn.
No. Yeah,
right. And
You're right.
and the same reason, like we talked about earlier, the Astros traded for depth. Mancini kind of been a better hitter than Gurriel this year.
This year.
Yuli Gurriel has not been a good hitter this year after
No.
winning a batting title.
But then the first game that Mancini was there, like on the roster, Gurriel hits a home run. So it's
yeah, Mancini had like the first 3 hits in Astros uniform were home runs.
Yeah.
Like, when he played. Like
Light a fire under their ass and have a bit of a positional battle. It never hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You throw Jordan in the outfield and use the other one as a DH. I mean, Mancini can play the outfield if you want. I don't think he's much worse defensively than Jordan.
But he's also probably going to be in left field.
Yeah.
Like
Which
in
is,
that
there's no outfield to play there.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's 50 feet. Like it's there's a couple other things, but we can get to that on Friday because we're gonna do a short week and get back to the next episode.
Yes, and I'll just say the lie. We're playing the Orioles again. Please, sweet baby Jesus, win tonight, boys.
I could use one.
Lourdes back in the leadoff spot. Vladdy DH, Kirk catching, Chapman in the cleanup. Okay, I guess.
Chappie in the cleanup.
Chappie in the cleanup. No Teo tonight.
We're gonna talk about him next episode because I got a lot to say.
Bo, Raimel Tapia in right field. Oh my sweet lord, Raimel Tapia's in right field. That's not a good sign.
Nice.
Witt's in center.
Nice.
Another start for that dog.
That dog.
First base. That made.
First base. You got that dog.
You got that dog. Best technical first baseman on this team.
Matt Chapman in the cleanup spot.
And then at second base,
Cynthia.
Mr. Struggles. Mr. Struggles against right-handers.
Cynthia woof.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hopefully it goes well for him. Hopefully it proves us wrong. Well, thank you for listening. As always, you can check all our everything should be linked in the description below. Yes. We appreciate your support. I'm sorry we took so long to get this one out. I'll take the blame on that.
You'll take the hit, but Shania Twain is worth.
Shania Twain was worth it.
Yes.
If you're still here at this point and listening, go see Shania Twain if you ever have the chance.
Yes.
It's a riot.
Go Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays as well. Peace.
All right. Peace.